Welcome back to Attingham Park for the last time, at least in this series, for episode 24, with me, Mr. Sealy P. Where are we at here on Attingham Park? To say I've been busy again is the understatement of the century. Let's have a look at the map. So, let's go across one. Field 41 and Field 40. No, Field... What have I cleared? 41 and 40 haven't been cleared. Field 12 has been cleared of its canola. 13 was done. 14 is done of barley. 37 is done of barley. That's what I was going to do off camera. We've just seen a little clip of that, haven't you? Yes, of course you have. So those have been cleared of barley. How much barley did we actually get? In total, 283,939. We did have a little bit in storage already, but that's what we've managed to get, so we've got a fair old bit. All of the canola bar, I think about 9,000? I'm sure it said 9,000, but it says 5,600. Has been sold, so our money has gone up, which is great. I haven't limed anything yet because what I wanted to do, as you can see, because 13 and 14 were new and some of my soil samples were getting quite old on my original fields, I had said on the previous episode, you know what I need to do? I need to redo the soil samples. So I started doing them on the fields that are that were kind of the oldest fields, and then I ended up doing all of them. So let's come out of here and do this. 279 soil samples I've just taken. It took a little while. What I'm going to do is fold that, and we're going to send the soil samples. So that's going to cost us 27 grand, isn't it? Something like that. 27,900, something like that, isn't it? But I'm paying for it. I haven't done anything dodgy. So that's all the soil samples going off. Once soil samples come back, we'll have a better reading again. I mean, a better reading, it will just be a clearer reading. Then I need to go around and redo all of the pH, so all the liming will need to be done on the fields that have been harvested. So 37 here, 35 over there, fields 13, 14, 12 all need to be relimed. Fields 40 and 41 have still got poplar and corn in, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with those at the moment. And I've got that situation I said about in the previous episode about clearing the trees and the gaps between all of these and having one big field here. 12, 13, 14 being one big field. And obviously 41's got poplar in, so we're going to have a load of wood chips. Now, Willie's Logging and Logistics have offered to take the wood chip off our hands. I'm not sure if they're going to come and collect it. They might actually send their own lorries because they do logistic work. So they might send their own vehicles to collect. But we are going to be doing the wood chipping to clear all that. What am I going to put in all the fields again now? I'm not too sure. Haven't quite decided on that. But as I've said, you know, on the last episode, I've got a lot of work to do in between. I've now got to go and lime everything, so all the pH level needs to be resorted. And then what I'll do is once we get onto planting or seeding, then we'll look at our nitrogen after that. But I need to do soil samples first, so that's been done. Oh, the other thing I didn't check. You know what I need to check? Stop. Let's go that way and that way, that way. I suddenly thought, do any of them need ploughing? But they don't. So that's all right. I mean, I suppose I could do with, like I said before, because my seeder, no, my planter isn't a direct drill. Any fields I want to use the planter on, I need to direct drill. I need to cultivate. I was thinking about swapping it out and getting one that direct drills, so then I could get rid of the cultivating stage. But I don't mind doing it. It's part and parcel, isn't it? It's what you got to do. So yeah. all is good. I've got liming to do, so I will see you probably much later. Vehicles are back, everything's washed, a bit of repair work's been done here and there, and then we'll see where we go next. I'll leave this here for now. I was going to leave it at the biogas plant, but I think that will do. Right, lime. What have I got? I won't top it up just yet. I'll do it in a bit. That can go off. Oh no, actually I need it on. Yeah, right. A couple of days have passed since I last saw you, and a few things have happened. I've been doing a lot of groundwork over where I said I was going to do groundwork on fields 12, 13 and 14. The strip between there and there I have ploughed out. I have cultivated all of that, and what I've started doing is ploughing out between the trees. Not perfectly. So what I've got to do today, the chips are down. This is the final episode, the last one we're going to be doing on Attingham Park. And I'm really happy with how the farm's going. Our poplars are ready to go. And that's a couple of days have passed, so I was waiting for the poplars to grow. So we're going to wood chip all that. We're going to wood chip all of that and see how much wood chip we got. Like I said, Willie's logging and logistics are going to be collecting all that wood chip. I'm probably going to put it into storage, I would imagine. We're looking okay financially. I need to lease the forage harvester, the forage harvester header. As far as the other fields, you know, we harvested them. They're good to go. Whoever takes on the farm after us, it's going to take on some. I mean, I'm really pleased with the progress we've made, considering we started with the biogas plant. And field 35, I think it was, wasn't it? And where we are now, we've done a lot of work. Animals, fantastic. I've got 15 pigs over there because I've been taking out the surplus. The 6 pigs I moved over to Malthouse, there are now 8 because they've been reproducing. And I think I've got either 6 or 8 in here from this pen that I'm moving over to Malthouse. So we've over doubled our herd of pigs. Weirdly, the chickens here in the yard, I bought some more of these to fill up the reusable egg pallets because each one of these is 4,800 litres. I've got 2 of those. In the time it's taken to get 2 of those at 4,800, my really large Mrs. Tweedy's chicken pen, I've only got 3,000 and something litres in that trailer. 9,600, 3,000 in pretty much the same time. So yeah, it's weird how the chickens have been producing completely differently. Cows, we're up to, what are we up to? The sheep are up to 48 and they're ticking over. I think I've got 6 wool pallets sitting there waiting to go. Our cows are up to 46 now. We had 44, so we've had 2 new births. We've got another one due in 9 hours 30. 19,000 litres of milk sitting there, 32,000 litres of slurry sitting there. Yeah, no, as far as it goes with regard to animals, we have not got a problem. Everything is just tickety-boo. So what I'm going to be doing now is taking these pigs over to Malthouse. I'm going to be dropping off the Devourer so we can get rid of those trees. I'm going to get rid of the trees plough and cultivate, so that's one massive field. Now, am I going to get on to replanting or anything like that? I'm not. We're out of time. Somebody asked me the other day, will I continue to make FS19 videos? It's always that difficult thing. It was the same when FS17 came out. It's kind of like saying, giving your child a brand new bike at Christmas and then saying to them, but you are still going to ride your old one, aren't you? And your child looks at you kind of like, why would I want to do that when I've got a brand new, sparkly, shiny new one? You know, I don't know. This is likely to be posted after, again, providing this works, after I stream Italia demo, which again is no way I'm going to finish. I've run out of days, I've run out of hours. It's just the way it is. While I'm doing this, the drive over to drop off the pigs, though, I want to say massive shout out to Adam, Stephen, Gordon, Jason, Neil, Dominic, Mark, and Jeremy. Thank you so much for your generosity and kindness. I want to say a massive shout out to DJ Goham, Gogol Pop, and Driver 53 for their help yesterday. If you weren't aware or you've looked up and there was a stream that I did, I was doing a test stream directly from the PS5. It was a disaster. There was no audio, nothing was working, the robot voice was set, so anything anyone posted in the chat, it was being read out loud by the robot. It just descended into anarchy. So for about 28 minutes, there was me, my face, on the camera, getting redder and redder and more exasperated, but no sound. So we ended the stream. They've been helping me out a little bit to do the settings on there, but what we've decided to do, and I've decided to do now, is actually switch it over to the Elgato and stream through the capture to the PC. I think that's going to be. I've done a bit of a test stream, a private one off camera, and it appears to be working. So you know. Your guess is as good as mine, but that should have already aired by now, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is drop off that. I'll go up and drop off the pigs, then we'll whiz up to the store, we'll get the forage harvester and the poplar header. So yeah, all of it now connected, cultivated. It's just this centre section of trees. There's a few on the top edge of field 14 just here, like 2 I think that run along the edge, which I might remove, because when I was doing the harvesting, as soon as the harvester got close to those, it didn't really like it very much. I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of, I suppose, again, the same argument is always had when you come to the end of a Let's Play. Why are you bothering to do all this stuff on the last episode? Like what we said, why are you bothering to do any of it in any of the episodes? At some point, you're going to finish on that Let's Play and move on to another one. And this one, we're not just moving on from this Let's Play to another one. It's a completely new thing. You know, it's not just a new Let's Play, new game dynamics. Everything's going to be completely different. So we will drop the ramp. We will hop out. So we're going from 8 in here to check the menu 17. I had more than I thought. They're all going to need feeding now. So as it turns out now, up here at Malthouse, I've got more pigs in here than I have at Brompton. But my Brompton, like I said, that's my, farrow to feeder. Then they come up here, feeder to finish. That's kind of how I'm splitting them up. The newborns are down there, then they move up here. So that's that done. This trailer I've bought, I kept leasing the livestock trailer. And I thought, well, the amount I'm moving pigs about, and if I was going to get more cows, or I was going to get, it just makes sense that the farm has its own trailer. And again, for whoever takes on the farm after me, I mean, my job, my remit was to come here, work the biogas plant, and set up a farm shop. I mean, that in essence was my remit from Farmer Foley. And the Attingham Trust kind of thing was, how did I do that again? Just as bad as the last time. And I achieved that. It took me a few episodes to achieve that, but I also built the farm up while I was doing it. Bought a second farm, bought a load of fields. I mean, we've done a ton of work, doing all different sorts of things. We've done carrots, we've done onions, we did some sugar beet at the start, we've done potatoes. What else have we done? All the crop types. Most of the animals apart from horses. We've done wood chipping. Like I said, I'm going to do some more wood chipping today. Yes, I've used the Devourer before, but we're going to be using, because we're going to be doing the poplars, using something a little bit different. So I think I might just leave this here because I'm going to need that for doing the pig food and the bedding for them. We'll leave that there. I'm going to whiz through and get the forage harvester. And then what I'll do is I'll grab a trailer and I'll see you down at the trees down there. We'll clear those out. I can get that ploughed and cultivated, then we'll get onto the poplars. So by the end of this episode, we should have that poplar field harvested. It's going to take a while. I always do this to myself. I always seem to finish every Let's Play on a big harvest of some description, whether it be a massive silage harvest or whatever it is, and I never leave myself enough time to do it. But that's just me, isn't it? I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that. I'm back to using my headset and mic at the moment. I hope this is actually recorded. I didn't even think to check it. So what I'll do now, before we go and sort that out, let's go to the store. We want that, then we'll get forage harvesters. I have just, a little while ago, just dropped off a trailer there we're ready to use. I've got a class Jaguar 960 TerraTrack. On the front of that we've got an ArtMechanic Pop 6X 6 meter poplar header. That is a modded one because it's much bigger than the standard poplar headers you get for forage harvesters. This one I'm taking over. I'm going to swap this onto the Fendt baked bean, I think, yeah, because that'll have the oomph when it's fully loaded to take it backwards and forwards. I can run the Devourer off the front of this, the class, but it just struggles a little bit with all the weight on the way back. You've seen me do devouring on here before. You might be new to the channel. You might not have watched any of this. You might not know at all. So I'll do a little bit just to start off. We'll get an idea of what we're going to be looking at, and then I'll get these cleared. We'll have an idea of what we got wood chip wise. We're going to get quite a lot. Wood chips off here have been absolutely bonkers anyway. There's some fairly large trees here. Let's just drop that as well. The Devourer itself holds 50,000 litres, the trailer's 52. 52 or 52? There we go. Open the pipe on that. Let's get cracking. Like I say, once I've done that, we will plough out all the grass. I'll then cultivate over the top. I don't need to because you can plant straight over the top, obviously, of there we go. Pick it up. Just get these odd little bits here and there. Weirdly, I've tried a few times. Just throw it underneath the tractor. Anyway. Right, let's try that. It might go. There we go. 43,000 litres from that one tree. So as you can see, we're going to get quite a lot. And these are about 20,000 litres on their own, each one. Yep. And I was thinking one of these, actually I'm not sure. Yeah, I was going to do a couple around the edge as well, but I'm more worried about getting this copse of trees in the middle, get those sorted out first, and I can worry about the other stuff. The poplar harvest shouldn't take as long. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that not? It's just a funny angle. Try and go to the side of it. Sometimes that works. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like I say, the poplar harvest it's a big field, but using that bigger header again shouldn't take too long. Like I say, I did do it on 6 ashes before, and it was just a nightmare because it was small fields, and you know, it was difficult to manoeuvre everything. It's much more open. I shouldn't have as much trouble. It should take us to our limit. Probably could have done with, probably wasted a few wood chips there. Do that bit. Right, turn that off. So first 102,000 litres is going back over. Now I could have leased or bought, you know, the Unreal 300,000 litre trailer, and I could have that on the back and I could be unloading it, you know. I haven't really used that in this Let's Play anyway, so we'll go backwards and forwards. I'm just looking at it now thinking actually that's going to take a while, isn't it? We're going to have quite a few 100,000 litres of wood chips. Now am I going to sell those wood chips? No, these are going into storage. I've got, you know, we're at that point every Let's Player gets to where you've got all the equipment and machinery you need, you're ticking over, you kind of hit where you want it with your animals, you know that you can buy more because you've got money sitting there, you know I've got everything I need for the sheep, I've got a barn full of grass bales, haven't got to worry there, I've got loads of barley and loads of wheat, so I haven't got to worry about my chickens at all, I've got all of that pig food and I know I can buy more, I've got all the stuff I need to make total mix ration. Could I make more of that? Yeah, I've got tons of straw, I would need to make more hay. Silage I've got a load stored as well, so I can make total mix ration for a bit of time as well. So everything we're doing now is profit, and that's when you get to that point like now where you're up to around $1 million, you know, and potentially selling the wood chips because they sell for such a good price on this map. It doesn't always work on every map because some maps they're not worth as much, but if you do enough of them, did that just go into that trailer? Of course it did. Should have put the pipe away, shouldn't I? Oh, it doesn't matter, it's going to be wood chips in there anyway. Just says, well, oh, that's annoying. No, I'm doing wood chips too. But yeah, you get to that point where it is then all profit. And unless there's more stuff you want to upgrade, you know, I could buy a third harvester because I've done that massive field. If I want to do much bigger fields, or I was doing an American map, or, you know, I could buy a third, a fourth, you know, so I could keep going if I wanted to, slot count permitting and that kind of thing. But again, moving on to the next game, that's not going to be as much of an issue moving forward. Hopefully, we should be looking pretty good on that, you know. So, yeah, I'm at that point. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with what we got. I just want to finish off with getting that done. I'm not going to do the corn harvesting here. I've done corn silaging. I've done a corn harvest. You know, so the poplars is just something a bit different, and it's also different to how I'm going to be doing them on Italia Demo. As far as the Italia Demo goes, I kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to try and knock off a couple of episodes, maybe just one. I'm going to try and get as many of the contracts I've got done as I can. It's not going to be that easy. The problem with doing subscriber contracts is that it's time consuming, and I was waiting to stream before I could move forward with it, and obviously with various different things going wrong and, you know, just life, and the stream didn't happen. So the problem then becomes I'm out of time. I'm just out of days, so I'll just have to do the best I can, get as many bits done as I can. I always say whenever I do subscriber contracts, I'm not going to be able to do all of them. I won't be able to do every single one that people have given me submitted, but I'll try my best. So yeah, we'll see how we go. All good. Right, so that's first load. I will see you again in a little while when we've got a load more of those trees cleared, and we'll see how much wood chips we've got in storage, how many wood chips, how much, and then I'll just plough that, cultivate it, and then we can move on to wood chipping the poplars. Massive amounts of wood chips. The small copse woodland has been cleared. What I was unaware of, and I think because the woodland was there, was the actual kind of mount, hilltop it was sitting on. You can't really tell when you sweep over at the side, and when you come around this side it's not as obvious, but as you come around here you see the sweep up in the middle of it. As I was cutting the trees down and I came up over here, I suddenly thought there's a real incline on here that kind of comes to a point up the top here and then sweeps down in all the directions away from it. It wasn't as obvious from the field. I cleared a couple of trees out that were there. I've cleared a couple out, 2 or 3 at that end as well, so I can sort that end of the field out. So what I'm going to do now is using the plough, I'm going to drop that down, I'm just going to plough out the grass strips. I'm going to go whiz out and do these ones up here because I'm just going to extend the field this end. I'll then plough out all the grass areas and stuff there in the tufts, and then I'll go over it with the cultivator, and then that'll be this field complete, ready for whoever takes over from me. They'll have a massive field ready to go. I'm just going to continue the sweep round from here, and then like I said, we'll come back and we'll cultivate again after that. So I took out the trees here, makes life a little bit easier. The track's still there next to the sheep pens. I might have to go a little bit tighter and take that bush out, but doing good. It feels weird this being the last episode. I've been kind of working up to getting to the point where I can do the poplars, and then suddenly thought it was weird when I started the episode, thinking, wow, the next time I do a Let's Play episode, I mean, obviously I've got to finish off Italia demo. And I say finish off, do as much as I can. It would never finish because it's a subscriber contract Let's Play, and I said that before. I've got so many I could keep going for months on there, but as many as I can do anyway. It just seems weird. It'll be all change. Good thing with this plough is it will plough both ways as well, so you can do it. Backing up too. And we'll get those poplars sorted. Now, as far as how much wood, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood? What quantity of wood chips did we get? Well, right slap bang in the middle there, 1,115,447 litres. What? Even at an average price on this map, which is around 1,000. That's another 1.1 million sitting there on top of the 938 grand we've got here. So like I said, we're at that tipping point. We're at that good place now. If the price goes as high as it has done a few times, up around 2,000, I mean, it's superb money. This field looks huge now. Good thing we've got 2 X9s, really, isn't it? Now, with this one, on another Let's Plays, I've done a thing where I've kind of auctioned off the farm, or people have offered me, you know, they want to take the farm off my hands and that kind of thing. I think it's just going to be sort of swept into the Attingham Park Trust, as far as I can tell. I'm going to move on. I mean, I suppose I have been building up, but I'm really just a tenant farmer. I was first brought in by Farmer Foley to do what I said, to do the farm shop and stuff, and the rest of it's just gone from there. But my remit was biogas plant. The rest of it has all been Attingham Park stuff. So I guess, yeah, it just gets swept up into the trust land, and whoever they then get in as the next caretaker, I guess, tenant farmer, will take it all on. Right, once this is done, like I say, I will cultivate, and then I will see you over field 40 field 41. Still for more wood chipping, but with poplars this time. I think as well the great thing moving forward is, as well with FS22, is that because the production chains and furniture making, that kind of thing, the wood chips have a lot more relevance as well, other than just selling wood chips. I think well, like I say, a lot of the processes now are going to be far more relevant than they have been before. And far more intricate and detailed in their own right. There's going to be a lot more to them than just, I'm just wood chipping because it's a job I haven't done yet on this map kind of thing, you know. Right then, all the ploughing's done. Cultivating, I'm just finishing off. Cultivator's going to need a bit of attention and then going to need a bit of a clean, but we're up on the top of the hill. As you can see, in all different directions, we've got a couple of low spots with a bit of wet ground. But, our big field, 12, 13, 14, is almost ready for whatever comes next. That's not up to me, whatever comes next, but something will come next. But massive field. What I'm going to do now is finish that off, fold this up, we're going to head across the water, field 41. Let's get on to the fun bit. Let's get the forage harvester going with the poplar header. Let's get a load more work done. I did say, I did mention, yeah, I've got the class Jaguar 960. I said that, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. This only just about goes over here. The GNU's quite wide, as are the wheels for the cultivator. Not quite sure what got stuck on there. Yeah, well, it'll go, but only just. I've got a load of machinery and equipment all kind of piling up here. Both trailers I left here. Now, I was thinking about leasing a trailer to put on the back of the Jaguar, but I've got 52,000 litre trailers. I think they're going to fill up fairly quickly. So rather than run the Jaguar with the trailer on and then sort of swap in and out, I think I'm just going to run alongside it. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. So that's the header, 6 metres wide. As you can see, the standard ones are only 2 or 3 of these sections, so rather large. And then I think I went for long pipe, tracks. Yeah, it's all good. Let's hop up in there, start it up, pipe out. Turn that on. Now, I'm not sure if these, like the other forage harvesters, have capacity. Will it take some of that on board first? That's really weird. That doesn't want to push along the ground. Why is that not? Maybe it's just because I'm not in the field yet. That doesn't seem to want to move. That's a bit of a worry. Right. Actually, I probably should have gone from the other end because it's not going to... Oh, there we go. It take some. Just thinking the angle this is going to go at. It's going to go right across the middle of the field. I might have to go behind. I don't know if the pipe's going to be long enough. Let's see what direction it goes in and we'll probably follow it. We'll try that. Okay, that doesn't want to go. Well, this is weird because I've had this working on a different harvester and it worked no problem at all. Now it's just dragging on the ground. I can't get a worker to work with this at all. No? Is it because I'm not behind it? Let's see, it just doesn't seem to want to move. Oh, there we go. I've got to be right up behind it. Or it's going to keep stopping, isn't it? That's not ideal. For the first run then, this is going to be really awkward. Once it turns around, we'll be okay because then I can run alongside it and it should run no problem at all. We are cutting through this. How much are we getting? It's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's not pretty, is it? But it is moving. Very juddery. Right, just give me a minute. Let's get this up to the other end. We'll turn it around. Hopefully it'll run a bit smoother. We are cutting right across the middle here, aren't we? Now, as you can see, I've cleared this end. And what you might also notice, if you're slightly more eagle-eyed, let's just get this cruise control on. Let's speed up a little bit. Let's get alongside and then put the cruise control on. We should be at the right speed. Perfect. We have still got a Jaguar 960, but we've got the Jaguar 960 standard. I took the Terra track back. It's cost us a bit more money, but we're going to make a load of money if we sell wood chips and all that. We're not bad off financially. The reason why the header was having problems, and the reason why as I was going along it was just 3 miles an hour, 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, it was just all over the place. was because it was on tracks, and the tracks sit the forage harvester a little bit lower to the ground. That small difference in height meant the header was dragging along the ground. As soon as I got the one with wheels, the wheeled version of the 960, no problem. So it's absolutely working fine. I have already taken one full load of 52,000 litres, only because I needed to clear that end, so that when we go up and down, we can turn around easier, or the worker can turn around easier. Yeah, I mean, 52,000 litres off with what we've already done. I reckon this field we could be looking at 400,000-500,000 litres, maybe more actually, thinking about that. What did I say we were at? 1.1, weren't we? 1.1. When I edit, I'll make a note of it, and then we can work out what we got off this field specifically. But it's working great. There's a lot more movement on the ground here than I expected. I'm also expecting, or looking forward to, with FS22, that the new groundworks and textures and all the stuff that's going to be there is going to be a lot more, again, a bit more immersive, with the sound effects, with all the vehicle, you know, all of that, the clanking of bits of equipment. I just think all of that combined is going to be such a huge thing, you know. So it's going to be a bit of manual operation from me first, once I can get the headlands in and tidied, and then a lot of up and down. I said it's when I first started on here, I said it was going to be one of those ones where I always seem to finish on a big harvest or a big job, and this is no different. This is probably going to post fairly late on Wednesday now, only because the time it's going to take. I've got to edit it and then render it, but I've got to finish all this first. So I will see you now much later, and we clear all of this. It's work of my own doing. I did this to myself. That's fine. I mean, can you imagine doing it with the smaller header as well? I mean, you have to have multiple harvesters going, that kind of thing. But obviously using the various different headers, various different trailers that will attach to forage harvesters. I will often use the a larger trailer with the Flegel. I go in a straight line. I am pretty much the dolly. That one there, the Flegel dolly, because that's got a pin hitch that attaches onto the back of most forage harvesters, if not all of them, and then you can put a semi-trailer back on that. And like I say, this is only for those people if you don't know, if you've never done it before. The other option, of course, is that sugarcane ones will work on here. Where's my sugarcane technology? The random trailer, that one will hook up as well onto the back of there, and that will take wood chips as well. So, you know, there are obviously various attachments. There's a modded rear attacher that goes onto any forage harvester, and some of the modded forage harvesters will work with trailers anyway, but if you're not sure, those trailers will work, or that Flegel dolly. We're doing alright actually. It is pretty high yielding, but it was always going to be. Question is this going to turn around quite happily, or am I going to need to do it? I just don't want that disappearing off into the River Severn. Hopefully I've done enough to give it enough turning room. Okay, so going into the crop a little bit. Maybe I should have done a bit more. Okay. Might have to do another strip the other way, but swing round, get in amongst it. Now, interestingly, I don't know if but the TerraTrack version had a long pipe. The wheeled version has an extra long pipe. And these are standard ones, these aren't modded ones, these are just the ones that come from Giants. It's part of the class pack DLC, so. Okay. We've got a lot of work to do. It's 1:05 in the afternoon, and I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I don't know if the harvester might be slowing down a bit. It's seen a fair bit of use. Obviously, we've lost a bit of money because there's been the hourly leasing fee for the forage harvester. We got a fair bit off here. Now, we were sitting out. I said I was going to try and work it out. We had 1,115,447 litres in the silo, which maybe it was me, from doing all the trees. So anything over and above that is wood chips from this field. I think at the moment we're sitting at about 1.6 million, something like that. So we've got about 500,000 litres off of here. Now obviously doing wood chips using Devourer is unusual because of, you know, its ability, what it can do. This would be a more standard way of doing it, or doing usual logging using the standard wood chipping machines. And again, depending on the maps, you know, wood chips aren't always worth a lot of money, but you do get a lot of them. So there's that situation there that, you know, you're still going to make a tiny bit of money. It's just a lot of work. Actually, I can roll that up now. I need to just keep my finger on that, and boom, we go up to full speed. My silo over there is full, so I've been putting the rest. Actually, I'm going to do it myself. I've been putting the rest into the silo over at Malthouse. So Brompton is full, and looking across, this is going to be my last time looking across over it there. We started off just there at the biogas plant. Everything else has been built up from there. I've had a blast on this map. It's, I've still got an episode, at least one episode to do on Italia demo, but FS19 has been awesome. You know, honestly, just wow. In the 3 years that I've been playing it, how much the channel has grown, and how much I've done, and how much I've played, and where I've been, and the people I've met, and the conversations I've had with so many people in real life, online. You know, it's just been a bonkers ride, but amazing. Wouldn't swap it for anything, I don't think. So when we get there, we'll tip this in, or do a bit of mathematics. I'm probably going to use a calculator. But with the magic of editing, I can make it look like I did it all in my head. I won't really, that's a bit naughty, isn't it? So a massive field. Like I say, whoever now takes on Attingham Park has got a good platform to work from. I want to say a massive thank you to Farmer Foley, one for his support over the years and his friendship, but also for hiring me on here at Attingham to help out with moving everything forward and allowing me to be part of its legacy. And it is a legacy, which is really cool. So, what we'll do now is we'll swing around here. I think what I should do as well, really. The animals are all producing, everything's going as it should be. It's like that rule for life, isn't it? And it's the rule for a map, or a farm, or an area. Have I left it in a better state than I entered? The answer is yes, I have. I've done more, I've made money, I've made the area more prosperous, I've provided all sorts of crops and nourishment and food and livestock and everything, you know. So have I made it better? Yeah, of course I have. Right, as far as we go with how much we've got them. 1,655,048. So let me just check that. So doing that quick maths in my head. Shh. We got 539,601 litres of wood chips off of field 41. So current price of 961 or 956. I mean, 961 is climbing, and like I say, I've seen prices up near around £2,000 and over. 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 has been fairly normal. If I take the higher one of those, let's just do that, shall we? What did I say it was? 1,655 048 times that by 1,590,501 at that price. Obviously, if it goes above 1,000, then it's going to be exactly what the amount is. If it gets to 1,000, it's going to be exactly that. Add that to the 900 and something thousand we've got already. Not 899,000. Plus the greenhouses are going. Plus I've got all the crops in storage that now I'm buying pig food. The crops can all make money. The farm is in a really good place financially. If that money goes into the Attingham Park Trust Fund, that's in a good place financially. This I'm going to miss massively. I really hope this is an early mod. I hope this is an early mod on FS22 because I love it. It took a little while to get to 19, but when it did, oh man, I really do like it. So, with that, we're leaving Attingham. A massive thank you to GBModding as well for his maps, and you know, obviously by the time of posting this, it was very late. I didn't get the editing done, so this is going to be posted now Thursday morning. I thought it was going to be Wednesday, but Thursday morning. The stream went brilliantly. Thank you to everyone who joined the stream. That was just incredible. Yeah, just wow. You know, GB was on there. So many, you know, Farmer Klein, DJ, Big Daddy. I mean, so many people on there. I mean, just it was awesome. So thank you to everyone. But yeah, GB, thank you ever so much for allowing us to enjoy the fruits of your labours. I mean, they're just amazing. But just as I entered, I shall now leave. In the trusty steed, we will head off. I hope you've enjoyed the Let's Play. I hope you've enjoyed what I have been doing generally. Hopefully more will come. All sorts of ideas buzzing around my head about what we can do and what we might do in FS22. But I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.